All right. Am I live? I think I'm live. Oh, there we go. I think audio video check. If somebody can let me know how the audio and video is going, I appreciate it. All right, there we go. I can never tell, so I'm using that new, not new, but not StreamYard, Streamlabs OSB or OBS, because I still cannot stream from my phone. I tried it earlier today at work, and I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but it won't let me stream from my phone right now. So we're back to the computer. I'm using my phone as like a webcam, which is this video. The video that you're seeing up here in the corner is a webcam just aimed at this tank. You can see it right here, just to give a different view, I guess. Just something different, just kind of toying around with it. Havana is right here next to me. I don't know where Charlotte is. But anyways, Ohio Fish Rescue. I don't know what was going on in their stream tonight. Roger was in there, and like, as you can expect, everybody was like, shut up, Roger. It was kind of a little out of control, I think, for... you can tell Josh was trying to talk a lot, and Roger was talking over him. But anyways, it was kind of fun. Big Rich's oldest son, Richard, was in the stream, which is cool. I've never met him. I've met Richie, which is the middle son, which is the brother that you guys see in the videos here and there. But let me get this chat. I got like so many different chat windows. I don't know which ones are the most up-to-date. Live chat. I think this one will work. Hopefully the video's coming through. I'm going to start at the top. I Hate Stupid People was the first one here. Really, 2233. Good to see you again. John. Who else? Patty, Von Yenzer, Jane. Glad to see everybody here. Adele, Jason, Colin, DL. DL so nice playing Rainbow Fish Tank. Yeah, it's a sword tank. Amazon swords in the back, and then smaller ones are planned throughout. These are ones that actually sell on the website, 614fish.com. They're just in here to convert from immersed grown to submerged grown, and then might as well have them help pull nitrates out of the water while they're waiting to be sold. So if you go on the website and you buy an Amazon sword, it's going to come out of this tank. Anyways, let's talk about website. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about Thanksgiving and Black Friday sales. Havana, if you unplug my stuff, I'm going to be mad. Don't unplug it. She's ripping on the cords. Website, the sale right now, if you're an email subscriber, you got the email earlier in the week. It's 20% off the whole website. Fish, medicines, lights, everything's 20% off. The discount code is gobble gobble, one word. I'll type it in the chat. It's listed as caps, but I don't know if you have to have it in caps. 20% off. I've had a lot of sales this week, so thank you to all the email subscribers. And I have a local order pickup tomorrow from a follower, Todd. He placed a rather large order, a bunch of lights and plants and fish. So he's going to come tomorrow to pick that stuff up. But I want to thank you guys for a good year, and hopefully 2021 is better than 2020 has been so far. I don't know if you guys caught in the OFR live stream, but I did buy a fish tank from Ohio Fish Rescue. It's probably one of their smallest tanks, but it's going to be not one of mine. It will be my biggest tank. And I ended up buying, I already paid for it, I just have to go get it. I bought the 200-gallon cube tank. And if you guys don't know what tank that is, I don't know what's in it currently, what fish are in it, but it's the tank that sits out in the pool room next to the old cichlid tank. So you got the monster pond, you had that open top, I don't know what it is, 550 maybe, or 350, 550, something like that. The open cichlid tank used to be the old cichlid tank. Right next to it is a cube tank. I bought that tank from Ohio Fish Rescue. It's 200 gallons. It's 3 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet. And was that Lavaca's tank for a bit? It could have been Von Yunzer. I know that they had like red jewel cichlids in it. They might have had the Frontosa in there. I can't remember. But it's been kind of like the random catch tank for them. And the way this got started was Matt's Monster Fish Tank, the 750 that I helped Josh get a couple weekends ago. It had a big sump underneath of it. And it's completely open top. It has some dividers in it because it's a sump. And I wanted to buy it from Josh. So I figured he probably wouldn't use a sump on that tank. He probably just attached that tank to his whole system. So I wanted to buy the sump off of him and then put a plexiglass or acrylic top on it and make it a tank. And then like cut out the divider, or even leave the divider and make it a filtration chamber. But I was like, man, that's a good sized tank for me to get into something bigger. Because my biggest tank right now is a 75. And he said that when they were moving it, I think he said one of the seams popped towards the top of the tank, so the tank would need resealed. And then he mentioned about the 200-gallon being for sale, and he gave me a really good deal on it. And so I sent him PayPal. I just got to go pick it up now. So the 200, I don't know where I'm going to put it. I have some ideas. I originally was going to put it in the fish room. And what I've come to really realize now as of lately is I prefer the tanks. Like, I don't want tanks in my house just because of maintenance, but the tanks that are in the house I enjoy more because I see them all the time when I'm home. So it'd be easier if the 200 was in the fish room, but I would enjoy it more if it was in the house. So I'm not positive where I'm going to put it yet. It might go in the fish room, it might not. We'll kind of see. And then something else about this tank is Oddball Aquatics. Haley from Oddball Aquatics, she's going to come and either scape the tank or we're going to kind of like scape it together, I guess. So it's going to be a collab video. So one of the things that, like looking at analytics of my channel, the more collab stuff I do, the more I work with Ohio Fish Rescue, the more subscribers I get. And, I'm trying to grow the channel just like everybody else on YouTube. And so I want to do more collab videos with other channels, not just Ohio Fish Rescue, but whoever else. And so Haley's going to come and help scape this tank, and maybe she'll do some video on her channel with it, and I'll do some video on my channel. But just a collaboration, and it's a weird tank, being it's a cube and it's big, so 3 feet by 3 feet, footprint. I'm not sure what the scape will be yet. I originally was thinking the original plan was like a back corner scape and have it flow down to the front. But now I'm thinking, well, if it's a cube, like a center island scape might be cool. Have a bunch of like green neon swimming around the outside. And that's the other thing for the tank is I want it to be a community tank. So probably green neons. Maybe I'll throw in some Odessa barbs. I'm not really sure what all is going to go in it, but I want it to be a community tank and really active and something I can really enjoy to watch. And as far as live streams, how I have this camera right now on this tank, I think it'd be cool, instead of doing how a lot of people do the live backgrounds where they have a video of a tank, I might do like, where would that be? Up here in this corner? Maybe it will be another little screen, but it will be the 200-gallon. And these are live. This is not recorded. All the green screens are not live videos. Those are all pre-recorded. But having this live, so like you see that super red pleco swimming wherever it is right here, that's live. That's what he's doing in that tank. You can actually see him over my shoulder right here. But so maybe having multiple cameras, or I can cycle the cameras through the software. Something I kind of want to play with, but we'll see. But I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I basically hung out here with the dogs, and my mom sent some food over, and basically pigged out watching some TV with the dogs. But I'm going to scroll up through the chat. I did see my name was tagged. I want to thank you guys last week for the super chats that I got. Ohio Fish Rescue gave me a super chat. I know Von Yinzer super chats, and everybody else. Those super chats, if you guys ever want to know, and the memberships, that help contribute towards getting this bigger tank. I would say it helped contribute to getting new equipment, but I haven't bought any new equipment for the channel. The last thing I really bought was like the drone, but that really wasn't from like super chats or anything. That was just something I wanted to buy for the horse ranch, doing stuff there. But as far as this channel goes, really my cell phone was the last upgrade I bought, and I was looking at getting a Nikon camera to do these videos, and it just made more sense to get the newest smartphone because it's got a 4K camera in it, and it does really well. So that's what I use for making all my videos, is just my cell phone. Anyways, I'm going to get in the chat and see if there's anything cool or crazy going on. Really, 2233 says, liking the second cam idea each week, different tank maybe. Yeah, so right now this camera is... So here's what's cool. So this camera is just hardwired into my computer. This camera is also hardwired into my computer. The software on this camera, though, which is my cell phone, has a wireless ability. I just plugged it in because I'm right here, but I figured wired's got to be better than wireless, but does run wireless, and that app works on iPhones. And my old iPhone, I still have it, so I might put the app on my old iPhone and then put it out in the fish room, so that way I can have a wireless camera out there, and each week I can switch it to a different view. So maybe for next stream, I'll get my old phone out, charge it up, and hopefully it runs good enough to stream. See the sand right now? This is a good thing. That diamond blasting sand, as soon as those pluckos move, it wafts up like that. It's messy stuff. Oh, everybody still alive? Okay. Some of the cables just moved. But I do need to clean up the cable routing. I got a cable going right over my lap to this camera, and a lot of this is kind of fun though. So, yeah, it'll improve as I go. Jason Millwood said, "What's up, SC? Just another Friday night, drinking some coffee." It was kind of nice, having yesterday off and then going back to work today. It kind of felt like a Monday. You had that day off and you go to work, it's like, oh, it's Monday. And then the end of the day hit and it's like, yes, it's Friday. Like, I had to work, I think, last weekend, so I don't have to get up early tomorrow. I'm going Sunday to help somebody move a 180 gallon tank, which isn't too far away, probably like 15 minutes away. They sent me a message on Facebook and asked if I could help move a tank. I said, sure. I think Mike is going to come over tomorrow, bring me some rainbow fish to sell on the website. The rainbows are behind me. Those are Mike's. He breeds Bosemani, the Parkinsoni, Pictas, Eric, is it Robinsoni or Robertsoni versions? I'm terrible, sorry. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head how it was. But he's bringing me over. I think he's got a bunch of Pictas. So he did a summer tub this year. He came over this spring, saw mine, and saw how quickly my guppies were growing and how big. So he basically did a similar setup. And I think it was the Pictas, because now he's got a ton of Pictas. So I will be selling these locally bred rainbow fish. Don't quote me on the picta, or on, I'm pretty sure he said pictas, but could be something else, but I'm positive he said picta. He's going to bring them over tomorrow. I'm going to try to get some pictures of them and then get them on the website. So hopefully next week there'll be some rainbow fish for sale. So if anybody's looking for some, keep your eye out. I'll do an email, so subscribe to my email list if you want to know when those drop for sale. They'll be sold in pairs, a male and a female. But yeah. Scrolling down. Von Yenzer said at I Hate Stupid People, I like that I get a bit of a break with SE Aquatic Stream. Sometimes Stay Fishy Fry gets out of hand in a grand way. Yeah, it can get a little crazy. Definitely when Roger's there, it can get real crazy, right? I Hate Stupid People says Steven streams a nice chill pill after OFRs. DL says, do you do this full-time SC? I do not. I'm actually a full-time mechanic. I work for Audi as a technician, fixing cars. I do that Monday through Friday, 40 hours a week. I do YouTube as a branch of my hobby / business. Started off as a hobby. I got into YouTube, and then I got into selling products. That's what you see on the wall. I'm kind of shutting down the product side of the business. I'm kind of reorganizing everything for 2021 to be hobbyist bread only. No more products. Products are easy. Like, that's my favorite part is stocking products and selling products. I like getting a pick. Like, I have a whole system here. It's like a legit mini business. Like order comes through on the website 614fish.com. It prints out a pick list. I don't have any sitting around because I already did them for tonight. It prints off a little pick list, and I go through whether it's in this room. I have another room of products, and then I actually have products out in my garage. So I pick the order. If it's dry goods, people order dry goods or they order plants. Dry goods get picked first, and then depending on shipping schedule and if it's plants or fish. If it's fish, I only ship Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This week, I didn't ship fish Tuesday or Wednesday because of the holiday. I did have, I think, 3 fish orders that were supposed to go on Tuesday, and I ended up emailing all the people and said, look, I need to hold these fish until following Monday because with Thanksgiving, it's going to delay the box for sure one day, and then with Friday, the post office is going to try to catch up. It could still get delayed another day, but if it gets delayed 2 days, that puts the order not until Monday. So I didn't want to take the risk, and luckily with everybody that's on here, you guys all understand how shipping fish is important to do it right, or you could lose the fish, and nobody wants to lose fish. I guarantee, no DOAs, so if they do show up DOA, I take care of that, but I don't want to run into that situation if I don't have to, so I delayed all the orders. So all the orders that have gone in after Monday of this week, they'll ship out the following Monday, and that's just because of the holiday. I don't want to take the risk. Plant orders and dry goods ship 6 days a week, except for on the holiday, obviously. So I did have a plant order, I think, placed, I think it was Tuesday night or Wednesday. I did delay it until today. It shipped out today because of the whole holiday. It's easier to ship something today on a Friday, even if it doesn't get there until Monday, because it's still making its way. Like, even on Sunday when the post office is closed, stuff's still moving. But with the holiday, nothing's moving. So I could have shipped out Wednesday and it wouldn't have gone anywhere. So that's why I shipped it out today. But plants and dry goods ship free if you spend $49.99. That number will probably change come 2021, just because with shipping costs have gone up since I started this business. I think they've gone up 3 or 4 times. And looking at other online retailers, most online retailers, I'm not saying all, but a lot of them, the free shipping doesn't hit till like you spend $100. So that's something I want to look at in the future. But I am trying to downsize all these products, dry goods, and just focus on breeding fish and plants. Plants I like selling because they're fairly easy to maintain. I can put them in my tanks. They look good for me to look at until they sell, and I can pull them. They're also growing and propagating, so it's kind of a win-win. I did have a plant issue this week. Somebody ordered some plants in the auto sinklets that were in that tank. Did a number on those plants. They were bulb plants, and the auto sinklets were really munching on the bulbs. So I end up not wanting to ship I don't want to say damaged, dinky or damaged plants. So I refunded that customer on those plants that they ordered, and I sent them extra of some other stuff that they ordered. So that way, like, I'm sorry, like, I don't want to take your money and send you something damaged, and because I'm sure you're probably not upset but disappointed you're not getting what you ordered, I'm sending you some extra freebies. So I try to make up for it in that way, but 2021 things are going to be different. And Matt F said, I hate to be that person, but isn't gobble gobble? Yes, sorry, Matt is correct. It's gobble gobble. My bad. Scrolling down. Mickey's here. Hey, Mickey. Is it like the size of Pittsburgh's tank? Pittsburgh's is actually bigger. I think Pittsburgh's is like a 4 foot by 4 foot tank. I don't think it's 4 foot tall though. So I forget how big Pittsburgh's tank is, to be honest. I'm scrolling. Jason says some tall plants. Yeah, so with a 3 foot tank, I could do jungle val on the back side of the tank. It's going to have. Oh man, this is why I wish I had my phone streaming instead of my computer, because I could take you out and show you what I want to show you. I have an extremely high-powered freshwater light from Nilo Aquatics. It's like, think of a Fluval 3.0, but like times, as far as par power, like times 4. It's extremely powerful light. The par readings at depth is pretty intense. So that's the light I plan on putting on this tank, because it should be able to give me really good par. My screen just flashed. Am I still live? Hope I am. What? I just scrolled and saw something. Oh my gosh. Alright, I took care of the troll, guys. I think. Sorry. Sorry. I'm behind on chat, so it takes me a second to catch up on that stuff. I thought IHSP was a mod. Colin said, what's a super chat? A super chat, I know this is going to sound terrible coming from me, but it's a way for you to show support and give my channel money. If you're on a computer or I think phone, there's like a little $sign. You can send like 99 cents to me, or $5 if you're in other like bigger channels like Ohio Fish Rescue. You'll see people donate like $5, $10, $20. Last week, OFR Big Rich was in my channel in this live stream, and he donated $100. It was impressive. It's the biggest live chat. It's the biggest super chat I've ever had. I'm not asking you to give me a super chat, but I'm just saying that's what a super chat is. Hang on. Will Star just popped up on my screen over here. Will Star, which is Will Star 7 Gaming. You guys know him as running the second channel at OFR. He just gave me $10 and said, "This is a super chat on him." Will, I appreciate that, buddy. Let me scroll to the bottom. All right, Zen Ginger's here. Zen, we needed you about 10 minutes ago. We had a troll. To be fair, it is now just 8:30, so let me get in here and add a mod. Alright. I hate stupid people. You're a moderator now. You're in here every week. I appreciate you. I don't really censor people unless it's a full-out troll. So you guys know what to hide and what not to. Matt says, "Don't sell yourself short. People can donate whatever they want to you and whatever they feel you are worth." I feel like if I'm going to ask for your money, I'd rather have you buy something from my website, because that way you're really getting something in return. Like, if you give me a super chat, you get your 30 seconds of fame. I get to read whatever you write. But if you buy something through the website, which there's a ton of you that do, and there's a ton of you that are repeat buyers, your 5th order, 8th order. I've had people do over 10 orders on my website now. I'd rather have you order something through the website. Now, granted, if you're overseas, I don't ship overseas, so sorry. But if you're in the United States, a good way to show support is the next time you need some medications or some fish food, order through my website. That's a great way to support me, and you're getting the products that you need in return. Hey, the thing's working in the top corner. I don't know if that worked earlier. Did it work earlier where it said DL donated? 614. Can you do any amount of money? I didn't know. I thought it was all like even numbers. $6.14. If you guys know my website, 614 Fish. That's kind of funny that I didn't know you could do that. I will buy fish from you in the future. I'm close in Western New York too. Western New York should be only like a 2-day travel time with post, so super awesome. Guys, you don't have to super chat me right now. Metal Prime for $10. Phone's about to die. I want to do this before it's dead. Rodrigo Cortez. Oh man, so that Rodrigo Cortez, if you don't know, that was in the Ohio Fish Rescue live stream tonight. That was their drinking word. So cheers. Thank you guys. Zen Ginger said you can type it in manually. I didn't know that. I've always just used like the little slider bar, and on my iPhone it does 99-cent intervals. So it'd be like 99 cents, $1.99, and then on my desktop it does like $1 even, $5 even. But thank you guys for the super chats. I appreciate that. Yeah, 614 cracked me up. I didn't know you could do that. Metalhead Prime said you can super chat up to $200. I think it used to be like $500. Yeah, so on my computer, I could super chat myself if I wanted to, which I'm not going to do, but on the computer, you can do up to $500. Can you imagine being in live streams where people are dropping that? Like, that has to be like, I don't know, like some sort of like actor or actress live stream, or some sort of musician. I don't know, a rock star or a rapper or something like that. Like, I could see somebody trying to get their 30 seconds of fame by dropping $500 on a super chat. That'd be crazy. I wonder who's like pulls in the most super chats, like worldwide, not just aquarium related. Mickey says, Steven, any turkey for the dog so far? I have not actually given him any turkey. The turkey was seasoned pretty heavily, so I don't know. I heard on the radio, in the morning on my way to work, they said things that you shouldn't feed your dog during Thanksgiving, and one said seasoned turkey, which I don't know if that's true or not, so I didn't give him that. Matt F with a $6.14 super chat. Mine gives me the option for 500. Yeah, mine does too. Zen Ginger said it was still $500 6 months ago or so. I have never super chatted more than $100. $500 super chat. That'd be crazy. But Matt, thank you so much for the super chat for the 6-1. I'm just gonna say the 614. The $6.14 super chat. I appreciate that. Really 2233. Sorry I can't buy anything from the website as I live in the UK, but get yourself a drink or something. Really, I appreciate that. I will. I will be going up, so everybody knows, I will be going up to Ohio Fish Rescue next weekend to get this fish tank, hopefully. As long as everything goes according to plan. A rough plan of this is Oddball Aquatics, which is Haley. If you guys know, she's always asking me to come pick her up to take her to Ohio Fish Rescue because her car can't make it. It's like a 5-hour drive from her house. Well, it's a 3-hour drive one way out of my way, so I never want to do it because that's a lot of driving. So she's talking about swapping her husband's car because his car is better. I don't know anything about his car, but it's better. And driving it at least to here because my house is on the way to OFR for her. So she's talking about driving here on Friday and then riding with me up to OFR Friday night so we can catch the OFR live stream, hang out with them, and then we'll probably come back Saturday morning and with the tank and do the escaping of the tank Saturday. That's kind of the rough timeline. I don't know if it's all going to go according to plan or not. Maybe we'll end up doing some OFR videos up there, and we don't get back here till Saturday afternoon or evening. I don't know, but it's going to be my biggest fish tank, and we'll see how it goes. It's one of those things where I'm going to get it scaped and planted, and then let the tank sit for a little while. I could always, I have the Fritz Design 7, so I could always dose bacteria. Put fish in it right away, but I think it's one of those things where I'm going to I'd rather have just plants in it and dose it heavy with fertilizers, get the plants well established before adding the livestock. And that will give the time for beneficial bacteria to grow all over the surface area of the tank too. Patty said no onion, garlic, or skin for dogs. Yeah, I'm trying to think when I did give them. I gave him a cookie. So my mom. So when my mom says she made some stuff to go with my turkey, I said I already had side dishes, but she had some things she wanted me to pick up at the house. We did the whole social distancing. My parents, I don't want to say are at risk, but they're older, so we didn't want to have. And then I had somebody at my work test positive like a few weeks ago, so like they were staying home and nobody else tested positive, so like it didn't spread. But just because there's that slight risk, I didn't want to go to my parents for Thanksgiving, but my mom wanted to give me something to go with my turkey, and my work gives us every employee a whole turkey every year, so that's what I got was a free whole turkey. I made it, so I go to my parents' house, and my dad brought the food out to my truck, so I didn't have to go in, and trays of food, guys. So when I tell my mom I have side dishes, she ended up giving me stuffing, cranberry, what do you call it, like cranberry, I call it the cranberry jello. It's like the cranberry sauce, but it's like the wiggly kind, which I like the most. Green beans with bacon in it, snickerdoodle cookies, brownies, homemade Rice Krispie treats, mashed potatoes and gravy, like all the sides. She gave me everything that Thanksgiving dinner is, just without turkey. So I have food for the next 5 days in the fridge. But I did give the girls a snickerdoodle. I really don't give my dogs human food at all. They get fed twice a day. First thing in the morning, and then when I get home from work. And then once a day or maybe every other day they'll get a dog treat, like a dentist stick or a rawhide bone, something like that. But other than that, they don't get human food, except for when they go to my parents' house. So my mom is like, it's her grand dogs, right? So she spoils them something fierce. Whenever they come in, they get one of those like little milk bones. They all get one of those when they go out, and they're smart enough to know that they act like they want to go out, and they'll go out and then immediately want to come back in because they know they'll get the little milk bone. I mean, they're pretty clever. But she also got my dogs addicted to Ritz crackers. So the round Ritz crackers, my dogs are addicted to those now. So my mom always has a box of those at the house whenever she dog sits them. And, you know, I can't thank them enough because every time I go Ohio Fish Rescue, they watch the dogs for me. Mr. Fisher said, where did you come up with 614? That's a pretty easy thing. So 614 is actually my area code here. I'm in Columbus, Ohio. That's the telephone area code is 614. Mainly because SC Aquatics, like .com, was taken. I think it was like South Carolina Aquatics College or something, or some university had that website. So I didn't know how to get a website that was SC Aquatics. It was like I went through like all the options at the time, like SC. I didn't like .net because like everybody's just so used to .com. They have like .fish, .info, all this stuff. So I know I needed a website that would be easy for people to remember, and I just, with selling locally, everybody locally knows 614 is the area code. So that, you know, if I'm local at a club event or a swap meet, I can just say 614fish.com and people will just remember it. It's no crazy long name. They know 614 because that's where we live. Fish.com. It kind of spread out into like a little bit of branding with my products. Like I have I'm trying to see where I'm at. 614 pad. I have the 614 fertilizer, which is just called 614 Fert, which I'm out of. But like I have to do all my own labeling because it's cheaper for me to do the labeling versus the company that makes the fertilizer. So I have this big roll of labels. So this is the 614 Fert. Yeah. And then I do the 614 botanicals, and I do all those labels. Something just crashed. What crashed? The camera. I was like, hang on, guys. I forgot the cables running across my lap. Alright, I think we're back. So the botanicals, sorry guys. Botanicals, here's all the labels for those. So I have to label those, and I bag them all. They come in bulk from the wholesalers, and then I individualize all the bags and all that stuff, which I find fun, but that's how I came up with 604 fish. DL said, oh, you're in Columbus, lots of good craft beer. There's a lot of microbreweries here, a lot of bars that carry all sorts of craft beers, and yeah, Columbus has really grown over the last like 10 years to now. It's kind of going out of control with like property values. Like my house is not double in value yet, but it's getting up there. It's getting up there for sure. It's over 50% higher than when I bought it. But that's because like demand's high. There's a lot of headquarters here for companies like Huntington Banks, White Castle, Donato's Pizza, Chase Banks has a big, huge building here. They have a big server farm because I actually tried to get a job there before I started working on cars. Ange sent $5. Happy Friday! A treat for the puppies. Thank you. I will get them something with that tomorrow. They could use a rawhide. They haven't had a rawhide in a while. Charlotte chews on them. Havana like swallows rawhide. She'll chew the ends off, and then once the end of a rawhide's off, she goes to town. But thank you so much. Thank you all, everybody tonight for the super chats. You're all amazing. DL said I had a couple fun Columbus trips to watch hockey. Yeah, so downtown, there's the Arena District, is what it's called. So starting, I think next year, Crew Stadium, which is professional soccer, will be down there. But you have professional soccer, you have baseball down there, which is the Columbus Clippers. You have professional hockey, and it's all in one area. And then you have all the Arena District bars and restaurants. And then right off the side of that is Short North, which is a bunch of like independent small shops and bars. And that connects to Ohio State University. So that's all the college bars. So it's a really popular area. And to be honest, I miss last year. I miss 2019 because with this whole 2020 shenanigans with, face masks and public gatherings small and all that stuff, that was a really fun place to go on the weekends, be out until 2 a.m. and then go find a hole-in-the-wall restaurant and, just have a good time. And I miss that. I think I've only been to out to a restaurant maybe 2 or 3 times this year. Maybe 2 or 3 times. I've had takeout, but actually going in and sitting down in a restaurant probably 2 or 3 times. I hate stupid people say I really need to be on my PC for these streams just for the ease of tagging, I swear. Yeah, so I moderate OFR's channel for their live streams. I do it from my computer. It's just easier and all that. Will Star, you like the Buckeyes into college football? To be honest, Will Star, the answer is yes. And really, the Buckeyes are the only really college sports or any really sports I follow. I don't follow professional football. Or any other professional sport. I don't really have the time for it, but I am a diehard Buckeye fan. That's for sure. My old coworker has a tailgate, like a permanent spot tailgate down at OSU campus at the arena, which is called the Horseshoe. So we used to go down there on game day, and if kickoff was at noon, they would be down there at 5 a.m., I think, and huge tent set up and drinking games and all the fun stuff. But I miss that for sure. But yeah, so I'm a big Buckeye fan. I don't think it's our year this year, but it's fun to watch, and yeah. Will Star said defense is suspect this year. Yeah. Yeah. Metalhead said I'm going to lose the chat. Still watching the stream though. Love you guys. Metalhead, thank you. Metalhead, as you can tell by his color, he's green. That means he's a member. He's been a member for 2 or 3 months now, so I appreciate you, Metal. Memberships, if you're asking about super chats earlier, so you can super chat the $5 if you wanted to, or you can become a member for $5. All that really does, and I'll be honest, it doesn't guarantee you anything other than you're supporting me by, it's like $5 a month. You don't have to do it for a year or anything. You can do it for 1 month and then cancel. But once a month you would get charged the $5 through YouTube, however it does it, like your super chats. But you can get extra videos. Typically what I do is when I edit a video, it goes to members first. So let's say there's a video releasing on Monday. It may be on the members section right now. You guys can watch it early. And that way, if there's something wrong with the video, they can let me know and give me their input. I would say members only live stream, but I tried to do it last week and I failed tremendously at it. So that would be something that I need to work on, especially now doing these new cameras. It's something I want to do is like a member only live stream. It just sucks because I want to do a member only live stream to show my member support, but I don't want to feel like I'm taking away from the main channel of like you guys. So that's why I do like members get to see the videos first, and then I did upload. I don't remember even what the video was, but I know it's a video that never made it to the main channel because it was like really short or like it just wasn't on topic or something. But yeah, that's kind of like what the members are. But I appreciate super chats or memberships or ordering products through the website. It's all supporting me. I appreciate it no matter which way. Mickey says, same over here, no audience on soccer games. I'm able to still visit a bar for games. Sweden's still open, but restricted. As far as soccer, like, I've been to the Columbus Crew, it's a professional team here. I've been to, I think, only one of their games, and it was like a local event type thing, so we were out tailgating, and to be honest, we got a little drunk before we even made it into the soccer game, and I don't remember much of the soccer game. Like, I remember it was fun, but I think it was also cold. But my favorite thing is, in my last job, at my last company I worked for, they had front row club level seats for hockey for Columbus Blue Jackets. Like literally front row, the club level. You had your own server, and our owner of the business would go for the first couple games of the season, and then the rest of the season he gave out his seats to the employees. So there was like a list of all the games for the year, and you could put your name next to a game, and you got the 2 tickets. So me and some coworkers would rotate, and it was so much fun watching live hockey in person. It's just like a great atmosphere. It's so much fun. I've been to a lot of Buckeye games, anywhere from, I think the closest I ever was like 6th row, like 45-yard line. So I've been all the way up in the nosebleeds. Nosebleeds one year, we tailgated heavily, and then it was like 100 degrees, no clouds, and I remember my buddy got like super dehydrated, and they have these like water towers. It's like think of a fish room when you have those plastic barrels, like a lot of salt people have them. They had those of fresh water that you could like use a spigot and get water, so you'd have to like go in line and get like a cup of water, and people were just lined up just trying to drink water. It was a crap show for sure. But hopefully 2021 will be better. Will Star said, Patty, I gotta move first, can't set up what I want where I currently live. Will Star, you just need to buy the house next to OFR. Why is Josh anti-saltwater? I think Josh is not necessarily anti-saltwater. I think he's anti-more water parameters to watch. They have so much going on at the fish rescue with, I don't even know their gallon rating now. I think with their koi ponds, they gotta be like 200,000 gallons now of water. I think it's just too much stuff to have to really monitor and maintain. That's why they want Joe to do all the saltwater stuff. I had a saltwater tank for 13 months or so with no coral, so all I had to really monitor was your basic water conditions, and it was a pain. It wasn't a big tank, so that was also a pain, but I think it's more of a maintenance thing that freshwater is just real easy with. They're extremely busy. They really are, so I think it's just a maintenance thing. Oddball's here, so Oddball said Happy Thanksgiving. I was talking about you earlier in the stream, Haley, but good to see you. Is OFR reaching their limit on gallons, or can they keep expanding? So they can, in their current setup, they can get some bigger tanks as far as square footage. So if you think about the 550 that's in the pool room, which we call like the pool deck, it's the old cichlid tank. It's a 550, but the tank's only this deep, right? It's really long and wide, but it's not very deep. They could technically put a deeper tank there. So really, they could upgrade to bigger tanks of what they already have. They got some 150s and stuff like that. They could get some bigger tanks, but they don't have a whole lot of real estate left. Now, they could expand and make the house bigger, but I don't know if they necessarily want to do that either. I remember earlier in the year when I was up there, it was, I don't want to say it's not like a dream, but we were just kind of BSing around about what if they had 10 acres and then they could build a big, like a pole barn. Like, let's say you had a 60-foot by 100-foot building. How many fish tanks could you put in that sucker? So I don't know if they'll forever be where they're at, but you never know. You never know where they'll end up. With YouTube, the bigger their channel gets, the more support they get, the more money that comes into the rescue. They can maybe start thinking about something along those lines of maybe we can afford to get 10 acres somewhere and build a big warehouse. Because if you had a big open warehouse, you don't have to worry about trying to cram all these random sized tanks in. You could do big fiberglass tanks, kind of like predatory fins. How he has that big round one. I don't know the gallons of it, but the big round one with the windows. You could do a lot of those. So, yeah. Let me see if I missed. He doesn't like the salt creep also. That's also a thing. I have freshwater creep. If you can see it over here. That's from the box filters. I don't know. How does the little mini cam video on my screen? It looks crappy as heck. It looks super blurry. I don't know if that's something I can. I guess I am kind of close. It's a webcam, so there's probably not much I can ask it to do. But, let's see. Matt says it looks okay. Yeah, on my screen it just looks super blurry. I need... idea. I have my GoPro. I could hook my GoPro up and put it on the wide angle. Maybe I'll do that for next week. I'll put the GoPro in here as like the fish cam, and then I'll try to set up the phone out in the fish room. Maybe that's what I'll do. So Haley said, I went back and watched what you said. We are totally not doing an islandscape. That is what everybody does with a cube. I've got ideas. I think like a really tall scape. So like instead of trying to have plants make up for the scape, I think if the scape is the whole height, like 3 feet of wood and stone, then you could put regular plants going up, like the side of a mountain. That'd be a cool scape. The side of a mountain. That'd be super sweet. No lid. I have no idea if it has a lid. I know it's 3 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot, holds water, and it's 200 gallons. And the stand is heavier than the tank. That's all I know. And it's plumbed for a sump that they have just tied into their system. What are you going to use for filtration? If it's plumbed for a sump, I will use a sump. So that way, if it's in my house, I can put the heaters in the sump so you don't see it. I don't want anything in this tank if I don't have to have it. So, sump. I know that it's 3 foot, so I could fit like a 20 long or a 29 gallon underneath of it. And I have a ton of like Matten filter sponge and the 614. Sorry, that was noisy. 614 pads. This is the poly pad. You know, I'll do that for filtration. All that outside the tank keeps the tank looking cooler. Haley said, I've got ideas. We need a bunch of wood. So much wood. It's a lot of cubic feet. Patty said maybe OFR needs to be more rural so the neighbors will STFU, not to mention the room. I think if they had 10 acres, that would give them all the room they need. Plus, they could do a ginormous, like, 2-acre koi pond. That'd be super sweet. So I think we all just need to start a GoFundMe or something. Not GoFundMe, but like start a petition for OFR to get a farm somewhere. They need the annex. They need the OFR annex. I don't know if you guys ever saw the Fantasy Factory like MTV show where Rob Dyrdek made like his like dream warehouse where it had like all the go-karts and all that stuff. OFR needs that as like land so they can do four-wheeling and pit bikes and have a big koi pond. I think it'd be cool. No, we're not doing a dirted tank. There will be corridors in it, and I don't want to mess with dirt. After this whole fine blasting sand, I'm not doing dirt. No way. Not before you even say if it's capped, I don't even care. I have gallons of fertilizer. I don't need dirt. I got sand and some pebble gravel. Barbados, so probably not. And the reason I say probably not is that's those quarries I want to breed for a profit, and being able to get their eggs out of a 3-foot cube would be nearly impossible. Not nearly impossible, but it'd be a pain in the butt to try and get into a 200-gallon tank to scrape those eggs. So the quarries that will go into that are those emerald green ones. They're big. They're fat. I'm trying to think of the word. They're bulky. So they're probably similar length to the Barbados, but they're definitely like twice the weight. So I think those are going to go in the 300 because they're big. They kind of spawn now. I think they're just not super happy in that smaller tank. So I think at 300 they can be spawning, and then the babies can just do their thing. If they do end up hatching in that tank, they'll have a lot of coverage. I'm hoping that this light that I have is powerful enough. It should be. It'd be cool if I could put my dwarf hairgrass. I've been growing dwarf hairgrass in that fry rack. It'd be cool if I could get some dwarf hairgrass to carpet across the bottom. It'd be super cool. So we'll see. But as far as like fish, I mean, I don't know. I guess I gotta see the 300 and see how the skate comes out, what Haley comes up with, what I allow her to do, because I don't want like a big dragon head in this thing, you know, because I can see her doing that. But so yes, DL, have you ever thought about breeding multis for profit? I have 2 tanks full of them, never enough space, plus they're super popular. Yes, that's actually one of my bucket list fish. So I saw on Craigslist this morning when I was looking for like Amazon deals, and for some reason I was just like, I'm good on Craigslist. Somebody has a 125 for sale. I was like, man, and it's a 125 long. So it's not very tall, but it's super long. That they're selling, and I was like, man, I would love to have that and put Shelleys in it. So Shelleys are something I really want. I just haven't gotten a tank set up for them yet. But that's a tank I want in my house. I want to be able to watch them. I think that's the problem I'm having right now is like, I love watching this tank because I'm in my office all the time. So I love having this fish tank right here. I get to watch these fish. And the tanks are out in my family room. The 29, I'll be honest, or 25 gallon, I'm kind of over that tank right now. It's the guppy tank. It's like the mixed guppies. It was a strictly for profit tank, and I've made a ton of money off that tank. But it's not fun for me to like really enjoy. So I think I'm gonna sell that tank. It's not like a standard 25. It's like got the custom lid. It's a fluval tank, right? And it's got like this drain system built into it. So I think I'm gonna sell that. And what else? The Barbados Quarry tank, they really need a 20 long themselves. They're in that 10-gallon bow front, which is a terrible tank. They're doing fine, but it's really a terrible tank for them. So I need to get them into a 20 long. And what kind of sucks is that they like being cold water, and I have axolotls in a 20 long cold water tank. It'd be cool if I can mix them, but I'm afraid that the axolotls, I don't think they have really good eyesight, and if something moves, they try to grab it. Now, they can't swallow these Barbados quarries. They're big. But I don't want, like, the axolotls getting injured. So I'm going to keep them. The axolotls are by themselves, so they'll probably stay that way. But I think if I get those Barbados into 20 long, they'll be way happier. They're laying eggs every week. That's another thing. I need to do an update on the Barbados Fry. So those eggs, I did a video on it. I was super ecstatic about them hatching. They're getting bigger now to where they're, you can identify them like as a Barbados pretty much. I don't want to say they're big, but they're big enough. I mean, they were so tiny when they were new. I still don't know how many I have because they just blend in so well in that tank. But Mike said get a low boy for Shelly's. Yes, that'd be a great tank. I just don't have really any place to put a low boy. I thought about doing a low boy like coffee table, but with the dogs, I feel like Charlotte, as soon as she saw a fish flying around in there, she'd probably try to get into the tank. So there must be 100 in the 75 gallon. Yeah, so I thought about redoing my 75. I wanted to move my 75 and put a 125 there. So go from a 4-foot tank to a 6-foot tank. I don't know if that's going to happen or what I'm going to do with that. I kind of wanted to do double stacked 75s. And that would be a cool tank for sure, having Shelly's in a 75. Do Shelly's down low and then maybe put guppies up top, because I think that's what LRB does. And the guppy fry kind of feed the Shelly's, and the guppies leave, obviously, the Shelly babies alone. So you get some guppy production, but really you're kind of feeding the Shelly's. So it's kind of a win-win. But, yeah. Oh, Mrs. Meadowhead Prime is here. Hello. She said the pluckos in the background are so pretty. Yeah, those are the Super Reds and the Brilliant Bristlenose. The L107s? Something like that. I think 107s. Mike, are they 107s? Mike would know. I'm terrible with memorizing everything. I'm still waiting on those guys to breed. They're well fed and they just haven't bred yet. Cooper Aquatics is here. How was your turkey day? It was good. Wasn't too bad. I talked about it a little bit earlier, but it was good. Spent it with my girls. Steven, can I come clean for you? Sorry, I have OCD. Yeah, there's stuff everywhere. My family room is a hot mess because when I order boxes to ship out, I was thinking of the boxes. When I order boxes to ship out stuff, I have to order a lot of boxes because if you spend so much... There, Mike said L107 Starlight Plecos. That's the black ones in the video. You have to spend so much money to get free shipping, because what sucks about buying boxes is that they're so big that they end up costing money just to buy them. And so some stuff I get through Staples.com. I did a quick tip video on that. If you want shipping supplies, Staples does free shipping. So I originally was buying a ton of boxes from Uline. I don't have any laying around. Uline, right? It's a huge shipping box supplier. Well, you order boxes, you order $40 worth of boxes, which is a good deal for whatever you're buying, but then it costs $40 to ship them. Well, Staples might be like $1 a bundle more, but they offer free shipping. So a lot of stuff I get from Staples, but I order, 100 of each size boxes. Well, when I order that shipment in, I end up with hundreds and hundreds of boxes. They're all in my family room right now, so because I just don't have room to store all the boxes. So I'm probably going to move them out to the garage just because my family room looks like an Amazon warehouse right now. USPS will give you free boxes. Yes, that they do. I have some. Can we rotate? See that wall? Those are my smaller boxes. USPS boxes. They're free, but they're only for priority mail. So if somebody orders a mini thing of Tetracolor Tropical Granules, I can ship this parcel mail, and it will cost $4. But if I use one of the USPS boxes, I have to send it priority, and this little thing that instead of costing $4 will end up costing $9. So it's good and it's bad. It's good because they're free boxes, but then they force you to use the priority. Let's see. Okay, Haley said, okay, back to working on water changes. We will discuss the dirt later. There's no dirt. No dirted tank. The fertilizer will do everything I need it to do, and I have, for a 200 gallon, I have the dry fertilizer with my little miniature scale, which I'm sure people don't buy these on Amazon to weigh out dry fertilizers for aquariums, but that's what I bought it for. Oh, and this is, I dropped the ball on this, guys. So these little nets, if you saw in the video that I trolled OFR with, I got a ton of them, right? I meant to put them on the website this week, and I didn't do it. So I will do that tomorrow. I'm going to leave these out so I see them. And then I got some new botanicals that need to go on the website. These guys are super awesome for like little shrimp caves. This isn't what you get. These need to be individualized out. Let me see if I can take one out. These are called trumpet pods. But how cool are these? There's a delay between my camera and my screen. There we go. See that? Pretty sweet. So I got those and monkey pods, which are over there. Monkey pods are really sweet too. Anyways, where are we at on time? 9:15. So I know we've been going over an hour. We'll go for a little bit more. Look like perfect Episto caves. Yes, and speaking of that, what do you think about these little guys? Perfect little caves, too. So this was a product I was looking at, bringing on, and so I bought a handful. I don't know, there's 4 or 5, and then I think they stopped making them. So I was like, well, that sucks. So I might list these as like a special buy, however many I got, I have to count them. But I was thinking those would be perfect little breeding caves. And there's still some other stuff I need to list. Stuff's been crazy this summer. I feel like more stuff will get done now that... Sorry, knocked over the camera again. That's why I gotta get more professional with the routing of these cables. Oh, anyways, let me see. Okay, so DL said, I have a tank of Florida flagfish. I've never kept them. My one shelly tank was overgrown with algae, so I thought, let me see if I can put flagfish in. Multis killed it within like 90 seconds, like prawns. Ah, it sucks. Can you run snails with multis? So when I had, obviously they're like a cichlid, or are a cichlid. When I had my blue Acaros, they left snails alone, and then when I got the convicts, they killed the snails. So I was wondering, like, can you run like ram's horns and neorites? Because that would help keep the tank clean. Got Opti White Glass Tank Low Boy from a super nice aquascaper for free, 120 centimeters long. Thinking of what to do with it. If I had a really long tank, is it narrow? If it's narrow but long, I think a riverscape tank would be sweet. I saw somebody, I can't remember who did it. They did a power head at one end. It was a narrow tank but long. They did a power head at one, so it had real high flow, and they did the wood in it to make it look like a stream, right? And I don't remember what kind of fish they put in it. I don't know if it was like Danios maybe, but it was really cool. I'm on the lookout for huge shells, trying to buy African land snail shells and make the most natural shell dweller tank. I think they're super awesome, and I mean they're really fascinating to watch. But that's the one thing I want to do for 2021 is get into probably. I mean, I might still import some fish that are popular to sell, but I really want to get into selling what I breed. Supposedly, trumpet snails are the best. So this thing's got trumpet snails in it. Maybe because they come out at night in the shellies, maybe they're sleeping? Not sure. Zen posted a link to the website. Thank you, Zen. Let me typed in the gobble gobble is the code for 20% off site wide. So if anybody's looking for anything, that I believe the sale is good until the end of the month, which I think is Monday, right? Where's my calendar? Monday, the 30th. I think it's good until Monday night. 20% off. The code is gobble gobble, one word. Yeah. That's what I'm doing for like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, that whole deal. This whole month I was doing a sale each week of something different, and then now this is what's going on the rest of the month. It's just 20% off no matter what you order. So yeah. Do. Really said that would drive me mad having someone else looking after my tank. Oh, I missed the chat. So I Hate Stupid People said, I've been away from my house for 5 days now. I'm so worried about my tanks. My brother's watching them, but my OCD doesn't like not being in control of that aspect. So I was trying to think. So Corey's live stream, was it yesterday? He was talking about if somebody asked if they went away for like 7 days, if their tank would be fine. He said, he would think it would be fine for 7 days. I don't have what I was thinking. I think if I was gone for X amount of time, being that I have so many tanks, it would be impossible for somebody to know how much to feed each tank, because some tanks get fed very heavily, like the guppy tanks, there's so many fry and so many like adults. The adults eat the big pieces. The fry want the powder. Um, I don't know if somebody could get that right. So I think what I would do is, if I was gone for 7 days, be like, look, come one day, which let's say is like the fifth day, right? And I would probably just do individual portions for each tank. And those little, I'm thinking there's like little clear, I don't know what they're called, like condiment cups where you have like a little snappy lid. They're like disposable. Um, I don't know. I'm just thinking like if you order, I know this like taco place when you order like something, they put like the little jalapenos in it. They're just little clear Dixie cups, right? I would probably just sit there and make one for each tank and be like, look, come one day and just the food is on each tank. Pop the cap, drop the food in. Pop the cap, drop the food in, go down the row. A lot of my tanks have auto feeders, so I would just say, if it's got a green box or a black box on top, don't worry about it. But I hate super people, so that's why I got weak feeders for up to 10 fish, and my brother is only feeding them last year. So, alright, well, that's pretty good. If he's only got to worry about, one set of fish. Really sad. I lost all my fantails last year, so tank is empty, don't know what to do, or what to set up or do with it. Really, what size tank is it? Fantail, I'm assuming fantail goldfish. I found my auto feeder was crap, if I'm honest. Food in the feeder got damp, so went and dropped the food in the tank. So I've only ever used 2 auto feeders. One is the Aquarium Co-op Easy Feeder, and I actually have like 20 of them, 25 of them, 30 of them. I don't know. I bought 2 cases of them. Mainly because they were the cheapest thing I could buy for auto feeders, and when I needed 30, I went with the cheapest auto feeder. And they work. I bought one to test it, and it worked fine, so then I bought 2 cases worth. If the Easy Feeder wasn't the cheapest, I have an Eheim auto feeder. It's not the dual feed, it's just the regular single cup. Never had an issue with it. When it dispenses, it has a little fan that turns on to help blow out moisture to keep your food from getting moist, to help keep that from happening. But I never had an issue with it. But I don't feed like flake. I feel like flake food, since it's so thin, is real easy for it to absorb. The auto feeders, I use the Tetracolor granules. In all the auto feeders. So I think that I've had really good luck with that. Zen Ginger dropping in the leaks. Thank you so much, Zen. Zen's also a big supporter of my channel with buying fish and plants and supplies and all that stuff. I'd rather just let my fish fast at this point. And they're planted tanks, there's probably a lot of natural stuff for fish to eat anyways. Mickey, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that because you guys know I'm terrible at pronouncing names. I'm not sure what that is. I'll have to look that up. It's from China. What is the common name? Carp. Mickey says purple stream goby. I don't think I've ever seen one of those. DL, so you should do a weekly live stream like this, or do you already? I do this every week. I go live as soon as OFR is done. So my live time is 8:30 Eastern Standard Time every Friday night, unless OFR ends early. So, like, I did it again. I gotta quit rotating. If OFR ends early, then I go early. I end my live stream typically at 9:30. There has been some weeks when I go a little bit longer if it's like a really interesting topic or something. Lately, I've been trying to do a topic, and you know, it is a business. I do some, let's say, ad pushing on you guys, if that's the correct terms. I tell you like what's the current sale, if there's a new product, what you should try or not try or whatever. Then we talk about random stuff from there, what's new in my life, because this is like my venting. I get to vent with you guys get to vent in the chat about Roger and how he needs to shut up, but you know, this is my relaxation. I find it fun doing business stuff, and it's also fun to talk about fish and about cars or sports or whatever. I'm not a sports guy, but yeah, so every Friday after OFR. So, you know, DL, I hope I see you next Friday, 8:30, if not sooner. But basically, whenever OFR... Now, if OFR goes long, so let's say it's 8:30 and they're still going, I'll probably go my live stream at 8:30. I won't wait, because the fish tuber community, we try to do set times. OFR is like 7 to 8. Sometimes they go till 8:30. The reason why that works is that the guy after me is Lucas Brett, LRB Aquatics. He usually goes live at like 9:30, 9:45. So my slot, if you will, is 8:30 to 9:30. But I will go early if OFR drops out early. But yeah. I Hate Stupid People said, this is your Friday chill and hangout, and we love you for it. Well, thank you. Mickey says, I like these live streams, relaxing, entertaining, personal, and informative. I guess it's a little bit of everything. I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I feel like in real life, I'm kind of a jack of all trades. Like, I know how to fix cars, I can do electrical work in a house, I can paint a wall or build a computer. Like, I'm... what is it? Jack of all trades, master of none. So I'm good at a lot of things. I have a little bit of knowledge in a lot of things. That's what I'm trying to say. So if I can spread that out in any way, then I'll try to. But yeah. But I don't really have anything else to go on for tonight. Where are we at? 83 minutes, I think. An hour and 20. Yep, hour and 23 minutes. So we're doing pretty good tonight, but shush. Really said we would be lost without you, Steven. That's not true. How about that Buckeyes Hoosier game? To tell you the truth, I watched maybe the first quarter worth. And then I forget, I had something going on, so I missed the rest of it. But I know, I asked, I don't want to say it right now, because if I ask, my phone will turn on. But I asked my phone, which is an Apple, so you know what I said. I was like, hey, what's the score? And once I saw the score, I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, if we lose this game, like, I get so frustrated. Like, I know they're doing their best. Like, all teams are doing their best. But I get, like, super pumped when it comes to OSU football. I don't know, like, Columbus is, like, a diehard OSU football town for sure. And, you know, yeah, we'll talk about something else. I just now called them Purple Stream Goby. No idea what they're called. Mickey. Mickey. um, I hate Super. I love the coffee chill with you. I'm usually drinking unleaded by this time of night. So normally I would be drinking unleaded, except for I don't have any right now. So this is leaded, and I'm actually doing pretty good tonight because I had yesterday off, so I got to sleep in yesterday. And guys, let's talk about the drinking game, right? The word game at OFAR. So Wednesday night, this is not OFAR related. I'm just thinking of drinking in general. I really don't drink that much. And I would say this whole year I haven't drank as much as I used to when I was younger, right? When I go OFR, I'll drink if I stay the night. But so Wednesday night, so Turkey Eve, was game night with some buddies, and I didn't have any beer or any liquor here. So I'm like, crap. Well, that kind of sucks. All my online games. So I look in the fridge and I have wine. I have like 3 bottles of wine. One's like my go-to cheap wine. It's a Barefoot. It's like a really common brand here. It's like super sugary, which gives you a bad hangover, but I think it tastes good. And I had this new bottle that was from a horse person. It's called 14 Hands, which is how you measure horses. Never had it, but I was like, you know what? I'll try that. Didn't really like it, but I'm not a person to waste something. So what I do, I drink the whole bottle as quickly as I could because I didn't like the taste of it. So you can imagine, I drank a whole bottle of wine really quickly. Well, then I decided to try the second bottle of wine. And at that point, I'm feeling really good. Wine makes me really like hot. Like I like what's it called, like blushing, whatever that word is called, where my face turns all red. Like I don't know, wine makes me hot. And then so I got into the second bottle. And I don't know what time this all started. Maybe it was 7:30 or 8 o'clock. Flushing. I was flushed. This was like 7:30 or 8 o'clock. I was passed out at like 11:30 Wednesday night. 11:30, I was out. I was done. I woke up at like 5 in the morning. I think Charlotte woke me up. And I remember getting up. I don't know if I had to go to work or what was going on, but I just remember going to the bathroom, getting a cup of water, drinking some water, going back to bed. I didn't get up until like 11 a.m. I slept, well, minus like getting up to let the dogs out. I slept almost 12 hours. So that's why tonight I'm feeling pretty good. Because normally on Friday nights I'm really, really tired, and that's why I have the coffee. Tonight's coffee it sounded good, is why I have coffee tonight. But, yeah. So that was a little side story. I got a little drunk on Wednesday night. Mickey, it's 3:30 a.m. Mickey is, oh my gosh, Mickey, who's your buddy? Are you guys from Sweden? I'm trying to remember. There's 2 guys from Sweden that come on the live stream. I'm trying to remember if it was you, Mickey. And then there's also people in Australia. And I might be getting you guys confused. Mike said, OFR lost their live stream tonight because Roger slammed the door on the Ethernet cable and broke it. Oh, is that really what happened? Because that could be. That'd be funny. Mickey's from Sweden. Okay. Mickey, who's your buddy that's also from Sweden that's on here? I can't think of his name right now. trying to see. Zen said, I don't understand the point of decaffeinated coffee or non-alcoholic beer. So I'm with you on the non-alcoholic beer. The thing with me and caffeine, I don't know what it is. I don't drink energy drinks at all. Ever since I had my heart issue thing, like, when was that? 2 years ago? Almost 3 years ago? I stopped having any caffeine other than, like, a soda or coffee. So no energy shots, no energy drinks, stuff like that. If I have caffeine after, like, 4 p.m., it keeps me up all night. It doesn't make me, like, super, like, wired. It doesn't make me feel more awake. It keeps me from falling asleep. So now that I'm having coffee right now, I can feel really tired, and if I go get in bed, I'll just lay there, like, what kind of fish am I going to try to buy for this 300-gallon or 200-gallon tank? Like, that's what I do. So that's why I would try to have decaf, because I like the taste of coffee. But caffeine, I don't know. William, is that who I was thinking of? Maybe it was William. He's in the north, never met him. North in Sweden, though, right? Colin said, when's your next stream? It'll be next Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. And then really, really randomly, like, super, like, once every 6 months, I do, like, a random live stream on, like, a Saturday or Sunday just because I'm bored and I want to hang out with you guys. Steven, I'm browsing your website. Do you breed the Phoenix or Boris? I do not. Nope. The only fish that are on there that I have bred are the guppies. The plecos are bred by a friend of mine, and rainbow fish are bred by a friend of mine. But a lot of those fish, I mean, I want to get into breeding more stuff, but to be honest, to keep up with demand on some fish, like cardinal tetras, really all the tetras, it just makes more sense to bring them wholesale from the farm. Oh, Colin, I got you. Alright, well, it's 9:40, guys. Did LRB go live? I have a notification up here. Can I click on that? Not yet. Oh, and I just got a question on one of my videos. It was the calcium video. If you guys saw that, I just got a question from somebody on that. It says, how often do you dose your tanks with calcium? I have a tank with guppies and musk turtle hatchlings I would like to do this to. So with calcium, LRB do go live, so if anybody's dropping out for that, I will see you guys next week. I was going to answer this calcium question real quick before I end this live stream. Calcium, as far as dosing, the snail-heavy tanks and shrimp-heavy tanks, I typically add a little bit at least once a week. Depending on the size of the eggshells, you can tell, like, when they're gone, like they either were eaten by a shrimp or a snail, munched on it. You can tell when you need to add to it. It's one of those things where you can physically see if it's in there. The really fine powder helps dissolve quicker out into the water column, which is good. So I keep up with that. So I would say once a week, but like if you start getting a bunch of eggshell in the bottom of your tank, you don't need to keep adding more eggshell. You need to let that eggshell dissolve out into the water. But yeah. So, anyways, oh, Mr. Fishstar, I just noticed that you were talking. Mr. Fishstar said, I don't stream usually. On occasion, I have been a guest on someone else's stream. Well, maybe, Mr. Fisher, you'll have to be a guest on my stream here sometime in the future. But anyways, guys, LRB is live, so that's my cue that I need to end. I will work on getting, where is it at? Over here somewhere, this video in this corner. I'll work on getting some more live stuff for next stream. But anyways, guys, thank you for all the super chats tonight. That was awesome of you guys. I do appreciate that. That will help pay for gas to go get this cube tank from OFR next Friday night. So I appreciate you guys so much. I hope to see you next Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Save money on your next order, 614fish.com. Discount code Gobble Gobble. It's for Turkey Day. It's one word, Gobble Gobble. 20% off site-wide. Anyways, I'll end